I hated getting water from the well. Hated it. But I needed water, and we only had one well. So I had to go. In the hot noonday sun, I would always go. Just once, the morning air was so muggy and so stifling, I knew the day would be blistering hot. I thought, well, maybe I could be normal just this once and sneak in among the other women early in the morning, beat the sun before it was so hot and high in the sky. I hated getting water from the well. And that day, I should have just stayed home thirsty. The women, they were so, they hated me. They whispered to one another about me, and they told their children to stay away from me. They're children. They told them I was unworthy. Not long ago, we were children ourselves. We were friends. We used to run around the well and play, helping our mothers gather water, smiling, laughing, living. But now, my mother was, and my father, well, it doesn't matter now. They're long gone. I have had to take care of myself for a long time now. And I did what I could, right or wrong, all these years thirsting for a better life. But now, this was my life. Barely allowed the chance to drink a cool cup of water. Certainly not allowed to drink it with any sort of dignity. I had to bear the burden of being unworthy and bear the beating of the noonday sun. But one day my life changed forever. It was another hot day, and I arrived at the well. I was alone, of course. But then he came, this man. He walked to the well, wiped his brow, and sat down on the well, not far from me. I thought of turning around. I thought of taking the long walk back home, but I was so thirsty. At first I was afraid. I had learned a long time ago to fear men, especially strange men like this who certainly did not belong here in Samaria. He was so obviously a Jew. Jews hated us, Samaritans. But this man, something inside told me not to fear. I approached the well hesitantly. I think I thought that if I moved slowly, he might not see me. Just as I was lowering my jar down the well, he turned to me and smiled. He smiled at me. No one had smiled at me in a long, long time. I don't think I smiled back. I don't think I knew how to smile anymore. I continued with my task, moving more quickly now. And this man was unsettling. Then he spoke to me. He asked me for a drink of water. I almost dropped my jar. No man ever spoke to me, not in public, not unless they wanted something from me. I told him I was a Samaritan. I was a woman. I reminded him that he was a Jew. He smiled again. I think he was fully aware of all of that. And then he offered me living water. And now I knew he was talking to me because he was crazy. Living water? He said, if he gave me this living water, I would never thirst. I would never have to come to this horrible well again. And when he promised that, I wanted this living water more than life itself. I asked him for it. And then he dropped the ball. Go, call your husband, and come back. He knew. I know he knew. He knew I had no husband, that I had had many men in my life. Suddenly I felt shame, the shame of a noonday walk to the well. I tried to hide while standing right in front of him. But his eyes, they didn't shame. It's as though he spoke into this dark part of my life, not to condemn it, but to tell me he sees me. He knows me, and still was willing to be with me here in public, sitting together under the noonday sun. And then he told me the most wonderful, amazing truth. For ages we have waited for God's chosen one, the Messiah. He asked me if I believed in that promise, and I told him yes, with all my heart. Then he smiled again, and leaning in a little closer, he said to me, I, the one speaking to you here, am he. Wow, I had no doubt of it. There he was, the Messiah standing right in front of me, loving me. I couldn't contain myself. I ran back to town. I forgot my water jar. I ran into the village to tell everyone about him. Tell them I met the Messiah. I told them my story, and they listened. They listened to me. They believed me. I believed in myself. I wasn't so unworthy. I wasn't unloved. The Savior of the world showed me that. And now, I only walk to the well in the hot morning, in the hot noonday sun, to find others who were once like me, and tell them to thirst no more.